All right, thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be going over Canva Swabby. It's basically ideas for reusable content and why reusable content is a good idea to use. My name is Haley Watkins. For those of you that don't know me, I have been with Team Freedom for over a year now, and I'm glad you guys joined me tonight. And this is being live. This is being recorded to post on my YouTube. All right. So why use reusable content? So by creating in these types of reusable content, you get to keep your social media channels active. You keep engaging, attract potential clients, and build a loyal following, as well as streamline your marketing efforts, maintain a consistent online presence while having to spend less time on creating the content. So basically, what this means is you have these content that you've already created and you can reuse them. So you can use some 1 month, use another the next month, wait a couple of months, and then reuse them. People aren't going to always remember what they see. And if you space it out, they might remember, but they haven't seen it so recently that it's going to be like, oh, well, they just posted this, a week ago. So spreading it out is a nice way to be able to use that content multiple times. And that's what allows you to save time because you're not sitting there every month having to create content. You have this content that's already built that you can reuse. So types of content, you've got destination spotlights. So, pick a popular destination and for that week, do different places of that destination that they can stay, that they can go to. You can do interesting facts, photos of these destinations, travel tips, stuff like that. Anything that goes along with the destination that you picked. Travel tips and hacks. So, packing tips, money saving advice, how to navigate airports, local transportation. You can also put, travel advice when certain things change with different countries. Like, one, I think it's, if I can remember where it's at. I want to say Finland, but I don't think that's right. Certain places, though, what I'm trying to get at, you have to have your passport up to say like 6 months per after your travel date. So while you travel, they want it to extend just in case you get stuck in that country. That's a good tip to put on there. You can put the best times to buy tickets or to go to the airport, stuff like that.
Haley, that is actually all countries. You need to have it for at least 6 months. It needs to be valid for at least 6 months after your departure date.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if some had longer or not, but I knew the minimum was about 6 months. So thank you. And then there's also seasonal travel ideas. So you can go with the seasons, base your travel destinations and activities based on that season. So if it's summer, do like beach vacations. Some people like to go to cool states or continents when it's hot. So you can even do ski trips. You can do water ski trips. You can do spring festivals, concerts, stuff like that. Behind the scenes. So this is kind of more of like what you do as a travel agent, your day to day. This would be big on TikTok. It would work on Facebook and Instagram and all that, but TikToks, they like the behind the scenes a lot. Those get really popular. You can share, how you build a quote, or you can share, getting a booking or how you go through the research process. You can even show like how does your morning begin? How does your night end? Stuff like that. And this also gets them to know you better. And if they know you better, they're going to trust you more with their trip. Travel news and updates, I kind of already went over that a little bit. But to go into more depth, there's like the hurricane, that's coming on. That would be a good thing to put up there. Weather updates on certain destinations or, popular areas. If there's any restrictions to any travels to any of the countries, best routes to take, stuff like that. I know Disney, if you're got them signed up with them, they constantly are sending you updates on things they're doing for their hotels and new attractions that are coming, stuff like that. I did a whole month where every week I posted something new from Disney, and I got that in my emails. So you can find all this stuff really easily. You can Google it. We have sites that you can go to. It's not Travel Joy, but it's the other one that some people use. I know you can go in there and it will update you. Travel Joy might too. So there's sites like that that kind of like update you. I know our back offices have some updates and stuff too as well. And then you can list like different policies for your destinations and kind of tie that into your destination ones as well. Interactive content is really important because this keeps people engaged. You want them to engage with your page. Engaging it will get more people to see it. It will up your algorithm. It helps you a lot. So you could do things like polls, quizzes, questions to engage your audience. And then you can learn more about the travel preferences. So you can do, a poll on, what's their favorite destination, and you can list like four different destinations or however many you want. You can do would you rather? What's your favorite movie? Stuff like that. GBT chat is really good to come up with those ideas. And then Google, of course, you can Google engaging contents and that will pop up. If you go in more in depth and put engaging content for Facebook or Instagram or TikTok and put that media up, it kind of goes more into what's popular on that site. Photos and video contest. It's a great way to encourage your followers to share their travel photos, videos with specific hashtags because hashtags are important to get more reach. And then offering a prize. What I did is I did live videos where I had people, follow my Facebook page, and then I did a live video of me spinning the wheel and calling out the winners. I also did a photo of an app where you can spin the wheel. I think it's like Spin Wheel or something like that, easy. And it's just a free app that you can load in a bunch of different names and you can, spin and get your winner that way. Travel facts and trivia. So you can do travel trivia and you can also tie that into your contest. Say that, the first two people that get the answer right, they can get a prize. And these prizes don't have to be big. They can be little things that you get off Amazon. I do little thank you gifts when after someone books with me. And I do things like bath steamers, like the sleeping mask. I've got luggage tags, keychains, stuff like that. I also use those for some contests that I run as well. And I run the contest on my booths as well when I do trade shows and stuff like that. I'll have them spin a wheel, and that's some of the surprises I put on that as well. And I also like to do like a video of my booths or like a live on Facebook when I'm doing my events. That kind of lets people know what's going on. They kind of get to see it firsthand if they can't make it out and stuff like that. And that gets them to engage with you and gets to them to see that, hey, this is a real person and they do have knowledge of, the travel they're trying to sell. User generated content. So you can do stuff like, post your vacation trips, stuff like that. Post your vacation videos. Anything like that that will get your followers to, engage into your things. You can say, "Hey, can I will you tag me in your photos that you post up on Facebook, from your vacations?" That way they're tagging you in it and it's coming straight from another person instead of just you. Because that's like really nice to have your customers or your clients tagging you in it because if coming from you separate, they know that, hey, this really happened. She's not just posting that she did this. She has proof. And so it engages, they get to see all your different clients and the stuff that they get to do as well. Travel inspiration quotes. I did a month where once a week I would post a different quote with some kind of travel picture or background that kind of goes along with the quote. You can do that on Canva and make a flyer or Instagram ad, or you can just upload the pictures and then put the quotes in the little area on Facebook and Instagram or on the picture in TikTok and make it into a video. So this content can be used on multiple different platforms. So you can also create infographics about travel trends, packing list, and destination guides. This kind of is kind of like helpful hints, but it's more centered on one thing and you go a little bit more in depth. special offers and promotions. We get offers and promotions from our suppliers in our emails. You guys can use those. You can also go in like you're making a mock booking and kind of see what kind of deal you can get with that supplier versus Expedia, and kind of use that to set up like, hey, I can get 15% off of a hotel stay in Destin, Florida, and kind of do that kind of offer and stuff like that. Using it from your emails is a really quick way to set these up. It's a little bit quicker than having to go through and search yourself. So it kind of saves time. You can address what that's the wrong one. Sorry, guys. That one's for questions. I got them backwards. So in highlight any special deals or promotion for your travel agency is offered is for the one before it. And then you want to put like questions that you get asked a lot when you're doing bookings and stuff. If you keep a little note tab of that, you can do that and address those on your posts. Just do or a simple Facebook post and answer those questions. You can do for the destination, the planning, services, anything that you get asked a lot, or even if you only got asked it once, it's a way to get those questions asked. Live streaming and virtual tours. That kind of goes with what I was talking about, doing the lives when I do my events, my community booths, stuff like that. You can get on lives and open it up so that you can answer people's questions that they put into the chats. You can do a live tour of you doing a booking, or of you traveling, or anything like that that will engage your audience with your travel business as well. Here's a couple examples. So I got this one right here. It's a simple check sheet or checklist. It is a self-care one. I made like, I think 6 of these. I got them all off Canva already pre-made, and I use these every like 4 months. I'll use these once a day to post. And since I'm not doing so close together, people aren't seeing it back to back. Different people are seeing it, and even if they did see it before, they will recognize that, like, hey, this came from, Watkins Escapes. This one doesn't have it, but I do suggest always putting like your website or your name, your logo, something on it so that it's branded towards you. And if someone does share it, it still leads back to you. This one right here is a type of, one of the engaging questions. What's your favorite type of travel? That's another way to get ideas for mock bookings as well. I like to do those. I like to do these questions. What was your last vacation? What's your favorite travel place? What's your favorite destination? Stuff, questions like that. Not only does that get my followers to engage with me, but it also allows me to have ideas for my mock bookings as well. Here are another couple of ones. So this one is just one to promote my business. It has a little, call of action in it, and it doesn't have any price settings or anything like that, so I can use it multiple times. Same with this one; it has a set price, but with this campground, it's the price all year round. It doesn't change. It doesn't have a date on it, so it's not limited of when I can use it. So I can post this, like I said, every few months, or camping season. Most people do like to camp in the spring, fall, and summer. A lot of people don't like to camp in the winter, but you do have those that do. So it is something you can post year round. Also, it's since it doesn't have a date on it, you can share it whenever. You don't have a set limited time of when you can share it into groups. So say you've already got it posted and you come across it and you're like, oh yeah, I remember posting this. You can go and share it into groups multiple times months later, because it doesn't have a date on it. It doesn't have, a deadline to be booked. I wouldn't do that with hotels, flights, stuff like that, because a lot of those, it does change so much, the prices and stuff. But if you have like 50% off flights to Cancun for the month of September, that's something you can use throughout September, and you can share it multiple times throughout September. Maybe only post it once, maybe post it, twice, but then you still have the whole month to share it into as many groups as you can. So that furthers your reach. And I always put a little call of action in a way for them to reach me. Not always, but I try to always because I know this one doesn't and one of them others don't. But I do try to always have either a phone number, my website, my solo page, something on there where they can reach me. Anybody have any questions? You can unmute or put it in the chat.
Haley, if you were doing like for the Mulberry Bend um poster, if you were doing it for different seasons, would you go ahead and change that price based on the season then as well?
It just depends. That price that I have on it is the one with my personal service fee already included, or if you want to
Okay,
call it the instant commission.
right.
So unless it's like a really busy season or something, I usually just have it at that price and just include it within the price. Because
Okay,
we don't have campsite suppliers really. So you would
right.
put your instant commission into that and use that price. Now, if I wanted to do it more or make more on it, then I could change that price. But
Right.
with my camping, I usually don't change it unless it's a big group. And then I'll just say, hey, it's going to be a little bit more because I'm going to have to do multiple campsites because a lot of campsites, you're only allowed so many people nowadays. So,
Right. And when you were talking about the call to action, one thing just in my 2.5 years of experience with Archer and 10.5 as a travel agent in general, you always do want to have a call to action
yes.
no
Yeah.
matter what you are promoting on your flyers. So that's
Right.
just always a good rule of thumb to have.
Exactly, because they're not going to have a way to get a hold of you. I mean, I guess they could track you down to your Facebook, but if it's right there on it, boom, they can get a hold of you right there.
Exactly. Have at least one way to get in touch with you, preferably two, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's
Because
good
some
advice.
people don't want to text, some people may just want to email you, or even put a QR code on there to link
Right,
it straight to like a link tree or your Evo website or whatever you're using, maybe even a jot form.
right, right. Yeah, that's a good advice too. I tend not to put them on my social media sites because most people, when they're on social media, they're on their phone, so they can't do the QR code. But the QR code, I have them on my business cards, my flyers, and stuff like that. And it's just like it's really personal whether you want to put a QR code or not. But yeah, QR
Yep.
codes, I like those things. I have it linked up to my solo page, which has my
Yep.
email,
There
my
you
phone
go.
number, and then all my other links. Are these good for Facebook business pages or personal groups? So what I do is I post these on my business pages, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. And then if you are posting them on your Facebook, you can have them on your business page and then share them into groups, or some groups you have to go in and post them yourselves. So they're really great for both of them. Any other questions? And if I need to, I can show you more examples of some of the things that I've actually made that I reuse. Let me go to my Canva. I've got these different ones. And all I did is went to Google for the quotes and typed in, quotes for travel. Or I went to Chat GBT and type in, give me 10 travel quotes. And that's a good way to quickly make 10 of these and just find the background you want and add pictures to it. So I got these different ones and I've got my solo page on them. And I would definitely brand. It's not, there it goes. Lagged. Sorry. I would definitely brand all of them. If you don't have a phone number, emails, or QR code, or any of those things that Mark mentioned, definitely put your logo or your name, something on it that brands it to you because people are going to share these all over Facebook. And if you're not branding it towards your business, they're gonna know, where it came from or where they could go to find out more from it. So I've got these little quotes. Um, I went too far. Let's see what else I got. I did.
I love the one that says I need a 6 month vacation twice a year. That's me.
Yes. Yeah, I like
That's
that
all
one.
of us.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. I got these questions, which is, seen that one. I got that one's kind of thrown in there. There's a little about me. Different little ones. Some more quotes.
And guys, if you're in Canva too, one thing you can do is you can also create a brand template with your brand's
Mm,
colors and your logo and everything, and you can create everything in that so it's consistent as well.
yes.
So
Thank
that
you.
is a way that you can keep everything consistent also.
Yep. And then these right here, these tips, these I got these all off Canva. They were already pre-made on Canva. All I had to do is go into design and hit, travel tips, and all these pop up. There's different ones, and so they're already pre-made. All you have to do is brand it if you unless you do what like Mark said and have them consistently branded through Canva, and then upload them. Some of them are free, some of them aren't. This one would be free except for these little clouds. So if you don't have Pro, all you have to do is take those clouds off and then that whole one's free. And I mean, this took me like 5 minutes, 6 minutes maybe to get all these. And then I can reuse these throughout the year.
Haley,
Um,
this is Christine. I think I was trying to do posts from these Canva posts before, and I think I was having problems uploading. What's the best way to upload to? Is it just share
yeah,
from
you go
there?
to share right here, go
Yeah.
down to download, and then you do want it PNG or a JPEG. And then if you go down here, you pick which one you want unless you want all of them. Now, if you
Okay.
download all of them on a computer at once, it puts it in a zipped folder and you'll have to export all of them out of that folder.
Okay.
So if I have a bunch, I try to just download them one by one so I don't have to worry about the folder. But the folder really doesn't take that much long either. And then
Okay.
if you are on the free version and you have something that costs money, it will tell you, buy this plan to download. Some of them will have you buy credits like $1 or two for that each design. So it just depends if it's, the pro version or if it's the one that allows you to buy them. And it will tell you when you go to download.
Okay.
And the pro version, guys, just to let you know, is only $12.99 a month. So I mean, it's not a very big expense, and it is worth it in my opinion. But here's the thing: we want you guys to use as many free options as are available to you until you start making money. So, I mean, you can find a lot of free stuff too on the internet as well.
Yeah, and Pixabay is a good free site that I like to use. I use that for my book covers and my marketing things for both of my businesses, my travel agent and my publishing. Amazing free things. There's pixel.com, there's free images. Those you got to be careful because the ones that are royalties that cost and the ones that are free are mixed in. That's why I like Pixabay better because they have the ones that cost at the top and then all the free ones are below. But it's really a preference for you. This is your business. You get to use what you want. This one right here is from I think it's Viator. This might have come from, but it was from a promotional email I got from a supplier. And it is the month of September, but I can share this throughout the entire month of September. I can post it once or twice, even once a week if I wanted to. I usually just do twice a month, but I share it constantly. And there's these different ones. This one, September, I think all of them are September, but yeah, so there's just a bunch of different ideas you can do. Google's your best friend on these guys. And ChatGPT. ChatGPT has a lot of good information to give you. It can give you call of actions, and it can list out, destinations that are popular, just about anything that you type into it. Any other questions? Because that's really all I have.
No, that's helpful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank
for
you.
joining. You're welcome. And for anyone that's watching this.